Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Degenerate coming at you May 29, 2019. I want to cover some Bitcoin price and two shitcoin trades and touch a little bit on supply and demand and elaborate more on the idea of why they're shitcoins. Gonna hop right into the charts. You're looking at this Bitcoin price straight off the bat. And simple as possible. I could even get this box out of the way. This is the range that I thought Bitcoin was gonna play because of previous levels. If this is the first time you looked at this video. But just straight up looking at the chart, you have new highs here around May 26, bringing Bitcoin to about 88, almost 9,000. Rejected, just like it's rejected over here. But you have this lower amount of volume compared to higher amounts here or here, or coming down here. Or even in comparison to here, this is a lot bigger of a jump from 4,000 to 5,000 in terms of percentages than the gain is from here, the 26, from 8,000 to 8,800. So I'm just concerned about that. So far, the structure, that shit's bullish. This doji, isn't bullish. You would have shorted it there. But it coming down, as long as it doesn't keep, if it breaks past this and it closes below 84, that'd be bearish. I wish you would have sold your Bitcoin up here. I wish everyone would have sold their Bitcoin up here. But people are still coming in as buyers, which is crazy. There's a lot of bullish PR hype on Bitcoin, but at the end of the day, it's all about taking money from the market. That's why it exists. So with less buyers coming in here, I'd be hesitant. I haven't been buying Bitcoin since the 7,000 level, and if it came down here and touched it, currently we're in an uptrend. So would you keep playing the uptrend? Yeah, you should be looking at trades that follow your trend. So the second it broke out of 4,000, this box right here, you should have been looking for trades to support that and buying the dips. So where could you buy Bitcoin at? That'd probably be a safer arrow. If it never touched back at 6,800, I'd be surprised. When you look at the volume profile on a daily and you see where clusters of bids have happened at, it really came in between this 84 and 6,000 level. So if you were playing that as a range, you would be buying and selling in around this area. Looks just like the previous box I had. But play this range until you can't. Up here, I would still play that as a short. I would still be selling Bitcoin here. I would, risk some percentage. A shitty 6-to-1 risk reward ratio. Pull it up here. Still 5 reward risk ratio. That's not perfect. That's just a base idea. But if y'all are buying up here for a long, just please be careful. You have a lot of pullback opportunities because right now just the angle of this looks bad. Like, this is not a sustainable angle. Like, that just goes straight up. That's not sustainable in any form or way. If it dropped right here, your balance would be back at 8,000. So that's a 10% drop. Just keep it in mind. Be careful. Hedge your risk if you're buying right here. On a side note, I'm gambling the Bitcoin that I have with some fucking shit coins. I love shit coins. I'm looking at CELR right now. I'll bring it to this 12-hour chart. Yeah, I'll leave that page. So this is the 12-hour chart. Here's a downward wedge I drew. Make it look bullish and imminent that you need to buy it. According to the USD price of CELR, compared to where the ICO was, or the IEO, excuse me, it's about at a 2x. Currently, anyone that bought between like April 25th all the way to like May 18th and they haven't sold yet, they're in profit. So you could be buying their bags for almost a 50% increase. Keep that in mind. But when I'm looking at this 12-hour chart here, I'm seeing consolidation. I'm seeing a downward wedge that normally break out 3/4 of the way through a downward wedge. So this is a period from May 22nd. The wedge would end around June 2nd. 75% is going to be 7 days. 29th is when I'm thinking it would break out, which is, oh fuck, that's today. Maybe tomorrow if it comes a little late. But for that to continue bullish for me, I wouldn't want to see it drop below this 151 level. When you look at the daily, I would not want to see this candle engulf. This previous candle, no, don't do that. Currently you have less volume. It's only 12 hours into this day, but this day had more volume than the previous. The price has been stable. So I'm looking to buy it at like 157, cut at 151. And for real, my target up here is like 230. I think it's safe as long as it doesn't drop below 151. I don't know if I need to break that down more for y'all. It's the first time this number has flipped into a green 1 through this. So that's normally when you have a 1 to 4 period correction in the opposite direction. I would really like to see this 12-hour close above like 170. I want to see it close below this past 12 hour. And if it does, I hope I'm in the trade. I hope I hit that 157 buy-in. And that's all I got for that. Next trade I'm looking at is going to be Zcoin. I'm looking at the weekly on this. An aggressive 13 came in, and it's already on an 8 count of downside. So you have essentially the lowest lows that it's had. If anyone's bought this in the past 2 years, year and a half, with Bitcoin, you've lost money on this, just straight up. You have. So I think that that's where you would swallow up someone's loss. for every trade that there is, there's someone on the other side of the trade. There's That's how the market works. Like, you have to be interacting with someone else. It could totally be a market maker. Most of these shitcoins pay market makers to keep their price stable, whether pegged to Bitcoin or whether pegged to USD value. I don't know if Zcoin does. I can't say they do. I can't say they don't. But I can tell you that this is the lowest price in comparison to Bitcoin that Zcoin's had in the past year and a half. This is the triangle that I drew. It's not even a triangle, just a trend line of it going lower and lower and lower. I can remove this. But here, real quick, A23 buying in, cutting like 780. Target like 1251 for real. You could sell it like 1,000. You still have a pretty good risk reward ratio there. Like 5-to-1, 4-to-1 if you really want to be correct. But the RSA is oversold. Your volume profile has nearly nothing down here. A lot of the actions up here at the 13 to 1400 level. Your OBV level really popped off that week, so you can't really go by the OBV. But you can see that it is trending up here at the very end. There's just not a lot of volume coming in for this, and as a coin that provides privacy, I expect someone sooner rather than later to need privacy on a blockchain interaction. So I want to be there to sell them some Zcoin when it happens. It's not fully there. You can see it rejected here, and rejected here, and rejected here, and rejected here. But this is just so close. Like, if this gets rejected, then, like, you know, if it drops below 806, that's the previous lowest low. So buyers came in there, obviously. Buyers came in here, obviously. But if you wouldn't have set a stop loss, then you're down 10% at this 806, or you could be up 10% right here at this level. So, you know, I'm gonna have a stop loss set. 780 I think is a good range for a little drop, but not a lot. If it drops past that, I don't know, see where it bounces and then buy that dip. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. These are some sell levels, like 1050. It was playing that range for a sec until it dropped out of that range. So you can have a target up here at like 1300, 1250, whatever you want. At the end of the day, don't listen to me. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only here to tell you about what I'm looking at. And I hope you manage your risk properly. And I hope you have a good week. And I think that's it, y'all. Cheers.